Travis Kelce. So happy for her. She deserves the world. And love wins.
What? Is that real?
Yes.
She deserves it. She deserves it. Just like you deserve this promotion. Brian, I am so proud of you.
I say congratulations to Taylor.
To me?
Yeah, to you and to everybody.
Thank you.
We're so happy. Sorry, all I'm thinking about is Taylor.
Same.
He's going to do that as soon as he sees you at our wedding. Is like, that's going to happen. Like, he's just going to...
Whoa.
Oh, did I?
Am I coming?
Obviously.
Them being happy. We don't know anything for right now. It's, I'm sure he would call me up and tell me, and I haven't heard anything yet, so.
Wedding bells are ringing and the celeb chaos is already in full swing. First up, insiders spill the tea on Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's surprisingly tight wedding guest list. And then, Spencer Pratt pops up manifesting an invite like it's a full-time job. After that, things go wildly off script when Robert Irwin pitches a zoo wedding straight out of a music video fever dream.
One of the things that we do that is the most popular is weddings at Australia Zoo.
And finally, Hollywood absolutely melts down as celebs flood social media with reactions to the engagement. Alright, so if you thought Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift were taking their sweet time soaking in the engagement glow, think again. Because these two hit the wedding planning gas pedal fast. Like, blink and you miss it fast. The engagement itself already felt like a soft launch that turned into a full-on internet event, with glossy photos popping up that were reportedly snapped in Travis's own backyard. Very him, very rom-com energy. And while fans were still zooming in on rings and vibes, sources were already whispering that the couple quietly got down to business. No chaos, no endless back and forth, just decisions being made like two people who are weirdly on the same page about, well, everything. Apparently, one of the first things they locked in was the guest list, and if you were picturing a stadium-sized wedding with half of Hollywood and the NFL fighting for seats, think again. Travis and Taylor are keeping it tight, intimate, and very much a no random plus one situation. This is not the wedding where you bump into your third cousin's college roommate. It's close friends, real friends, and family-only energy. Sources suggest they already agreed that the day should feel personal, not performative, which honestly tracks for a couple that has spent the last year dodging cameras while still being the most talked about duo on the planet.
I had been the type of person who would have obsessed over the idea of a wedding my whole life, but I actually never thought about what I would ever do or what I would want until I met the person. Like, it's like then, so I haven't actually even thought about that.
On Taylor's side, the inner circle reads like a greatest hits list of people who have been around forever. Selena Gomez is expected to be there, obviously, because some friendships are basically immune to time and fame. Ashley Avignon and Abigail Anderson, who have both been constants in Taylor's life, are also on the likely list. Zoe Kravitz reportedly makes the cut too, along with the Haim sisters, who have basically become honorary family at this point. It's very ride-or-die squad, not who's hot this year. Travis' side is equally grounded, just with more locker room nostalgia. Patrick Mahomes and Brittany Mahomes are almost guaranteed invites, which makes sense given how intertwined their lives have been both on and off the field. Travis's longtime friends Kumar Ferguson, Eric Jones, and Ross Travis are also expected to be there, which tells you this isn't about impressing anyone. It's about celebrating with the people who knew him before the fame hit nuclear levels. Now here's the part that really has fans spiraling: the timing. The wedding could happen way sooner than anyone outside their inner circle expects. Not years from now, not some distant fairy tale date, but something that could sneak up fast. The vibe is very much, why wait, rather than let's drag this out for 3 eras. Both Travis and Taylor are aligned on the idea that when it feels right, you just do it. No unnecessary delays, no overthinking, no massive spectacle required. Family-wise, the reaction has reportedly been pure joy. Travis's parents were said to be over the moon, which will surprise exactly no one who has heard his dad enthusiastically talk about Taylor before.
You know, the perfect way to ask her and to make it special. And we kept trying to tell him, when you do it, that's what makes it special. So don't fret on where, or just get it done.
Donna Kelce is especially thrilled and genuinely adores Taylor, not in a polite public-facing way, but in a warm, real family way.
Who knows? It's totally up to them being happy. we don't know anything for right now. It's, I'm sure he would call me up and tell me, and I haven't heard anything yet, so.
Apparently, the feeling is mutual across both families, with sources noting that this whole engagement was very much a family affair. Everyone knew what was coming, everyone was on board, and there's a lot of mutual respect going both ways. No awkward dinners, no side eyes, just good vibes all around. And while all that joyful family buzz was floating around, the ripple effect reached some unexpected corners of the celeb universe almost immediately, including Spencer Pratt, who suddenly found himself emotionally RSVPing to a wedding he may or may not be invited to. Spencer has been openly hopeful about landing an invite to Taylor and Travis's big day, and honestly, the optimism alone deserves a gold star. Spencer has been riding a long-running connection with Taylor that dates back to 2018, and he clearly feels that history should count for something when the envelopes go out. Apparently, Spencer believes his continued presence on Taylor's PR merch mailing list is a sign, not a hint, not a maybe, a full-on sign from the universe. He has managed to stay on that list ever since they met, which in celebrity terms is basically the equivalent of being kept in the family group chat. In his mind, merch mail equals mutual respect. Mutual respect equals wedding vibes, and wedding vibes equal an invite with his name spelled correctly. He's leaning heavily into the idea that longevity matters, even if the relationship has mostly lived in the background while Taylor casually dominated the global music industry. Spencer reportedly shared his hopes while promoting his upcoming book, which is very on brand, because if there's one thing Spencer Pratt knows how to do, it's multitask publicity with wishful thinking. He framed his wedding invite dream around the idea that the bigger the guest list, the better his odds, which is a bold strategy given everything else swirling around the wedding chatter. Still, his tone is playful rather than entitled, more manifesting than demanding, like someone tossing a coin into a fountain and immediately checking the water for results. What makes this extra interesting is the timing of it all. While Spencer is mentally picking out wedding-appropriate outfits, insiders are whispering that the wedding timeline itself might not be as straightforward as fans originally assumed. Although Taylor is deep in wedding prep mode, there's a potential pause button being hovered over, and it has less to do with flowers or seating charts and more to do with Travis Kelce staring down some very big life decisions. Travis is currently in a serious reflection era, the kind where you look at your career, your future, and your knees all at the same time. He's carefully evaluating what comes next professionally, and that level of introspection has naturally spilled over into wedding timing conversations. It's not panic, and it's definitely not drama, but more of a let's make sure everything aligns before we sprint down the aisle moment.
If my body can heal up and rest up, and I can feel confident that I can go out there and give it another 18, 20, 21 week run. Talk to a few people in the facility already, having the exit meetings and everything, and they know where I stand, at least right now. And there's a lot of love for the game that's still there, and I don't think I'll ever lose that. It's a tough thing to navigate.
He's having unusually clear perspective right now, which sounds great for life planning, but slightly less ideal for anyone impatiently refreshing for wedding updates. And while Travis is in that crystal clear big picture headspace, the wedding chatter somehow takes a hard left into full wildlife documentary territory thanks to Robert Irwin popping up with an idea nobody had on their bingo card. Robert, fresh off his Dancing with the Stars win and carrying serious wholesome chaos energy, decided that this was his moment to casually slide into the Swift-Kelce wedding conversation with what can only be described as a bold pitch. He floated the idea of hosting the wedding at his family's Australia Zoo, because apparently when you think romance, vows, and eternal love, you also think giraffes vibing in the background.
Really, in my opinion, just absolutely make that wedding is if it was an Australian wedding. One of the things that we do that is the most popular is weddings at Australia Zoo.
Robert is fully convinced this is elite-tier wedding material. Not just pretty, but cinematic. The kind of setting where nature is doing the most while the couple stands there pretending not to notice rhinos casually living their best lives 10 feet away. He pointed out that the zoo overlooks an African-style savanna, complete with animals roaming freely, which honestly sounds less like a wedding venue and more like a Taylor Swift music video waiting to happen.
And overlooking like the African savanna, where like rhinos and giraffes are just like frolicking out in the open, like in the wild. and you get married over that, and it's stunning.
And yes, insiders couldn't help but clock the accidental Wildest Dreams crossover, which feels both iconic and mildly unhinged, given the song's actual meaning. Still, Robert apparently doubled down on the magic of it all, with sources saying he hyped the venue as life-changing, emotional, and unforgettable, based on other couples who have already tied the knot there. In his mind, it's not just a wedding, it's an experience, a spiritual awakening, a National Geographic special with a marriage license. His delivery was enthusiastic in that earnest, sunshine person way where you almost start believing that exchanging vows while a giraffe chews dramatically nearby is totally normal.
Quite a few people get married there, and it's just like, everyone says it's like this life-changing experience. So Travis and Taylor, hit me up. I got you.
What makes this even funnier is that Robert isn't exactly wrong about Taylor appreciating a dramatic backdrop. She's no stranger to sweeping landscapes and big visual moments, even if she hadn't spent her life planning a wedding aesthetic. Insiders recall her previously admitting that wedding ideas weren't really on her radar until she met Travis, which technically leaves the door wide open for suggestions ranging from elegant ballrooms to full-on safari chic. And just when the wedding ideas had officially gone full safari core, the internet immediately switched gears into group hug mode as celebrities collectively lost their minds over the engagement. The reaction was instant, loud, and aggressively wholesome, like the celeb group chat had been waiting for this exact moment to unleash pure joy. The engagement post didn't just break timelines, it basically took over Instagram, racking up likes at a speed that made thumbs cramp worldwide. Selena Gomez led the emotional charge because of course she did. She resurfaced an old message Taylor had sent her years ago about believing in real love, and suddenly everyone online was crying into their coffee. Given Selena's own recent engagement, the moment apparently hit extra hard, with insiders describing it as best friend energy turned all the way up. Meanwhile, Taylor's comment game in Selena's engagement era didn't go unnoticed either, making this feel like a full-circle friendship moment that romantics will never shut up about. Elsewhere, the love kept pouring in. Sabrina Carpenter, Cara Delevingne, and Leanne Pinnock all jumped in with heart-filled reactions, no speeches needed, just vibes. It was the digital equivalent of screaming congratulations while throwing confetti. Charlie Puth also popped up with big supportive energy, reminding everyone that this is, in fact, the good part of life and not just another headline. On the football-adjacent side, Brittany Mahomes showed love too, hyping up both Taylor and Travis as genuinely good humans, which honestly feels like high praise coming from someone who's seen NFL chaos up close. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.